What's it like to know that like you've had interactions with Ben Stiller that are beyond just like fandom ones, or that like Jalen Brunson senior tweets like talk about being
It's
noticed, like those are the kings of the Knicks. One is the Knicks best player, and the other one's like the Knicks top fan, like the new Spike Lee. I'd say.
yeah, it's really crazy. I mean, the Jalen stuff obviously is awesome, but Ben Stiller, like, we did this thing Knicks Twitter Day last summer where it was a basketball tournament for just a bunch of people from Knicks Twitter, and I was a captain. I did not play because I do not play basketball. But Ben Stiller showed up. It's this random gym in Brooklyn, and Ben Stiller showed up in sunglasses and a string backpack, like this like movie star. It was insane. And after one of my games, it was after my team lost. We made it to the second round, the second and the second to last, like the semifinals. It was whatever. We lost. Yeah, it wasn't only the second round; it was also the second to last. And I like went over. He was talking to the team that won, and then I went over like to say congrats, whatever. And the Ben was like, "Oh, Rebecca, sit down. Like, let's chat." I was like, Rebecca, like you know me? And I sat down with him and Kazim, and he does the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast with Mello. And we were talking, and then during it, he saw my dad and was like, "Oh, is this your dad?" And then he was like, "Oh, and you got to be mom," because both my parents were there. And so it was so crazy that he like recognized. I mean, obviously we were in a Knicks Twitter space, but
Yeah.
that was like surreal. He's so nice.
What do your parents kind of think of all that? Like,
Oh my God,
isn't that
they were
crazy?
dying.
Yeah.
They were, because they also, were such big fans of his parents. And even like my grandparents, my grandma just like dies over it because they were all such big fans of his parents. And now like I'm interacting with him in real life, and they met him and they knew who they were. My mom went up to him and was like, "You and my daughter have the same birthday," because we do. We share a birthday, which is probably why we're so close. Not actually close, but why we get along. They think it's
Big astrology fan?
so funny. Honestly, no. I know like my own, but I don't really know the other ones. But it's the same exact day, like November 30th. It's mine and Ben Stiller's birthday.
like that just has to be so crazy though, because and it also shows like too, like you said, like you tweet for fun. Like you're not doing this like, oh, like now you get paid a little bit, and now you're going on Jonathan Macri's show. By the way, Rebecca has columns for Barstool Sports covering the Knicks too, right? Writing about the Knicks. I wouldn't say covering, but assessing the Knicks. You've been on New York Post shows. Like it's kind of crazy how it's just like
I forgot about that.
I mean, it's just kind of crazy how so many things you just can turn out just to loving something.
I know. Yeah, and I mean, now I feel like my not like job aspirations or what I really want to do with my life have kind of changed a bit, and I would love to get into that world. That was not how I started. I was like a science major, and now I work at a law firm, so it's really not like it. It's so weird how things change so fast, because I am outgoing and I'm nice and whatever, but when I was younger, I was too shy to ever even think about doing something like journalism or media or anything like that. That just was never. That's why I went into science. I was like, I'm not good with people, or I don't think I am. So let me do what I think I'm good at and be alone. And then it turns out it's not what I wanted to do. And it's funny how things find you.
How did
say
you
that?
When did you realize you had that confidence, or that you kind of spin from being like, I'm not good with people, to I can? What was that turning point?
I probably just all the stuff online. I mean, also I'm a very consistent person. I just love I find comfort in it. So everything I do, I mean, I'm a regular at places. I go to my office. I'm good, even simple things I'm good friends with everybody in the lobby at my office, which most people aren't. They just go up to their office, and then I go in and I'm chatting it up with everybody, and then I leave, and then I go to the gym and I'm talking to everybody at the gym. They call me the mayor at the gym, which is funny because that's what they call my dad at home on our street growing up. They would call him the mayor, and now I'm the mayor.
I guess that doesn't fall far from the
So
truth.
I know, and my friends always say it. They're like, anywhere you go, like we're just making new friends. My couple block walk to work, I have to say good morning to like 5 different people who I see every day. All those things kind of combined, the just general personal things of just being a nice friendly person, plus even through the screen it like maybe shows up a bit too. Like that kind of gave me a little more confidence. I wouldn't say I'm so confident, but definitely helps, and working on that.
And it also has to be a boost when you tweet something, and whether it's like you filming a video or you talking with the Knicks or whatever, you wake up and it has 600,000 views.
Yeah.
Or something like that. That obviously has to boost your confidence. Like, you're human.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. It definitely does. But then there are also parts like of what's that word? I wrote down the word before I did this because I wanted to imposter syndrome. Like where I'm just like, would this be happening if I wasn't me, if I, wasn't a girl, or if I wasn't like lucky enough to go to so many games. And, I kind of talk to myself about that a lot, or think to myself about it. And I'm like, well, that's just the situation. That's what it is. I'm in this position, and, I'm sharing it with people, and they like it and they enjoy it. And I feel like especially the father-daughter aspect of it really, touches people, and, feels good. So I'm trying to move away from that imposter syndrome, but it definitely sometimes I'm like, would I have this if I wasn't in this position? But just rolling with the punches. This is who I am.
Control what you control.
Exactly.
You can't control what you can't control. And also, too, whether it's at a Knicks game, it's going to restaurants across the country, it's fishing, it's painting, whatever. Father-daughter experiences are, relatable to everyone. So maybe your experience at the Garden is someone else's experience with their daughter at a restaurant. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. And I love when people, respond, like either sometimes it's daughters, sometimes it's fathers responding, and some, or like fathers to be, and they're like, I'm having a daughter, and I hope we're like this. And it makes me really happy. And it makes my parents happy. They love to see it.
Of course. So the more family time, the better. The more family time.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Transitioning a little bit. Once again, hello, everyone. We're in the middle of Holden Conversations with Rebecca Chasen, one of the most popular people on Knicks Twitter, over 30 million views on her tweets. This morning, she woke up and she saw she had a 1 million+ view tweet, because, that's what Rebecca does. Just talking about Josh Hart during Empowering Women, talking to a ref.
Yeah, that was funny. I mean, I wasn't at the game last night, but apparently it was Women Empowerment Night. Yeah. And, this tweet comes up of him like yelling at a ref, she was a female ref, and, people are like saying stuff about it. And I'm like, wait, this is what women empowerment is all about. She's a ref. And I guess people enjoyed that.
Of course.
And I woke up and was like, oh, blew up. But yeah, no, I thought that was definitely funny.
Is it
Josh
like
is funny.
not
It makes it
overwhelming
easier.
anymore? Is it like not overwhelming anymore to see those type of numbers?
I mean, like, it's cool. I woke up and was like, whoa, but I was also like, okay, like I'm hysterical. It's a little confidence boost. Yeah. It's still weird. I mean, because also I'm not getting those kind of numbers all the time. So it definitely is weird. Also, when it happens overnight and you're not like watching it happen is weird, because I'm like, waking up and I'm like, whoa, my phone's blowing up. So now it's definitely still crazy. Not totally desensitized to that, but at least it was a good thing.